Welcome back to Civilization 4. It's the final episode of this game because I'm not going to spend a million episodes trying to wipe everybody out, even though I probably would be able to do it, but it would take probably triple the amount of episodes I've done so far to do it efficiently and on time. But anyway, one turn to go. I decided to last episode to try and get some more cities, a couple of cities on these islands. That this has been there since the beginning of the game. In fact, I saw it pretty much straight away while I was exploring in episode 1. I put Buffalo there, and now I am putting Detroit here. One turn to go. There's no hammers at all unless I build my statues, which is not possible. And it's plus 100% for expansive leader. Yep. Harbours and granaries built to twice the speed. But I've built 2 of those to finish the episode, finish the series off. I managed to put my transports to good use right at the end of the game. They were built as galleons, and I never really used them until now. Yeah, it's nice to see I managed to make Miami into a decent place too. I even managed to build a destroyer or missile cruiser there in the end. Yeah, that's what I built, missile cruiser. And this will be a stats freak dream episode, this one. So I'm just going to, so if you want to just see how the game went, look away now. So this is basically the entire map. You can look at the bottom left for reference, but this is the entire thing. Right here. This is Justinian's area. Well, what he built on. What was originally Justinian, just his colonies, we don't know. Russia. That's been there the entire time. Moscow became 22 strength. Very strong cities he has there. And then Julius Caesar. He has cities too close to each other. And we've been at war, but I never took his territory. He's been technologically behind the whole time, but he has been second for quite a while because he has 3 vassals and he's just very war heavy. As evidenced by his captures of all those cities of William Van Orange. William Van Orange used to be around there, but then Pacquiao tore into him towards the end of the game. And Suyavan was my vassal. Wow. Pacquiao does have a big army. I could have gone to war with him, you know, just to see what that would have been like. But wow, Syria Varma would not have had a chance against that. But Egypt used to be right around here. We'll look at one city in particular. Well, I've gone the other way. Thebes. Heliopolis founded Islam, but this one founded Judaism and Hinduism. Despite not having many cities, Egypt was a mega city. Yeah, I built a courthouse here, and that's still maintenance of -14. Hence, because corporation payments are 24. It's just insane amount of stuff that was built here. Oracle was built here. Taj Mahal. I built West Point. Broadway. Mol Sim, Mol Solos. Egypt got to such a good start before I took advantage, and Persia was right round here. They too took massive advantage right at the start of the game, built all the way around here, and that was the edge of my actual territory. I can trace exactly which stuff is mine. Los Angeles right there, and then the rest of it, a lot of it's not mine. I'm going to be spending this turn looking at all these top screens here. Washington. 28 population, the highest I've got in the 3 games, possibly one of the highest I've ever got. 62 great people per turn. 22 happiness, that's mainly from the culture rate. Theatres, if the culture rate is up, the theatre provides happiness. The growth was still at 5. They could have gone even higher. Let me have a look at that, hang on. When did that happen? Let me see this. I can't. I don't know what gave it extra growth, but it's still 5 per turn. It would have gone up to 30 had I been able to see it in time. New York's at 20. Hammers, stuff like that, 80, 96. It depends on what you build. Yeah, Washington's the highest there. Chicago, Sardis, Philadelphia, Opus. See, Thebes isn't up here, surprisingly. Washington's there. Thebes is the highest. Thebes and Memphis. The two megacities that Egypt produced. Ones that produced the most money. Again, Thebes, 443 gold. And Washington's 193 because it founded a corporation. And is spread judiciously at the end. And New York isn't even close up here. 31, it did found a corporation right at the end of the game. Research, that's because it's at 0%, but 32 to 29. And then spy points, 68. Culture, Washington's always the highest there. Thebes was third highest. While Seattle ends up being the third highest total, but not the third highest rate. And great people almost everywhere. Apart from there, Seattle only had 1 per turn because it built a national one there and that was it. But all these extra great people, like, I don't know, let me choose a spot. There aren't any there, surprisingly. Right, Thebes. All these people add +3 birth rate. +9, +9, +3. That's +21 great people per turn. That changes things massively. And look at the financial advisor. You see all this at the top left there. Taxes. And then net foreign income 12 from Babylon. IF from the gold per turn, possibly. 1923. Unit cost. Cost for 140 units, free support for 204. So I've got 344 units apparently. Minus the cost. There's no people away from my territory, so that's at 0. But at war, that would be very high. City maintenance. 175. Number of cities, 168. That's a lot. And corporation payments right at the end. Civic upkeep. That just goes up steadily. I had 2 expensive civics there. Environmentalism, theocracy. Inflation. That can be a problem if you expand too much. But inflation rate is only at 110%. 1012. And that's total expenses there. All the civics, this is all there at the beginning of the game, so you don't really look at it much now. But that's always, every single game I'll always have this. Military unit stationed in the city adds an extra happiness. If your cities are unhappy, then it's a massive problem, so you got to sort that. Just quickly labelling over what the other ones do. In case you want to look at these yourself. New units receive +2 experience points. I didn't do that early enough to really make use of it, because when I first noticed it, liberalism was coming up. That can be good if your capital's the only good city there, or it's a brilliant city. Nationhood. I don't know what that does. It adds extra spy points in all cities. And +2 happiness from barracks, so that could be a good one for some people. Free speech adds +2 per town, from town. I had no idea it did that. Honestly, I just saw 100% culture and what, yeah. Slavery, you can sacrifice population, and we've seen that action. Serfdom's a great one until you get emancipation, but then that unhappiness penalty, you have to go for that then. +1 from workshop, I don't know what that's really for. No foreign trade routes, foreign corporation, no effect. That's a good one for me, but this game I've had open borders and religion. Like, those 2 things have been different for me in this game. -25 maintenance cost from corporation. +1 trade route in all cities, that's great. +10 hammers, +1 from workshop and watermills, corporation have no effect. That could work. No maintenance cost from distance to palace. That could be good too, on a map like this. Paganism, can build missionaries without monastery. Cities with Hinduism construct buildings faster. That could be a really good one. If I do that one for the extra experience points. Pacifism, plus 100% birth rate in cities with Hinduism again. That could have been a good one. Plus 1 support cost. I don't know if that's good or bad. Free religion, I used to have that. No state religion at all. And extra happiness, and plus extra research as well. Always looking at all of these. Now, people are still at war at this point in the game. Julius Caesar declared war on Pacquiao and William Van Orange, while Pacquiao is at war with Julius Caesar and his vassals. And glance at people's opinions. Servion's plus 12 with me. Julius Caesar minus 8. Saladin's furious minus 9. Hammurabi have managed to get it to 0. William Van Orange, never seen him furious with anybody, but he's been furious at me the entire game for some reason. Minus 11. Minus 7 because he was a late vassal. Minus 14. And we were such good friends the whole game. We were more plus 14 for almost the entire game. Minus 3. Plus 10, I've always liked him. Minus 2 for Justinian. And plus 6 for the new Mansa Musa. And you can see how everyone else gets along. Plus 38. I'm sorry. Hold the phone. What? I've not seen this much friendliness ever. Like, I'm not even joking. 1, 7, 2, 2, 2, 4, 5, 4, 10, 1. Plus 10 for independence. Julius has given him pretty much everything. And 23 there. And that's just, they get along very well. That's genuinely plus 23. The lowest I've seen is minus 24 between Julius Caesar and William Van Orange and Catherine and Pacquiao. Everything else is there or thereabouts. Active what's going on. Capitulation. Iron and open borders and capitulation. Vassal and open borders. That's pretty much it really. Open borders. Pacquiao, Saladin, Julius Caesar, nothing really from me. And you can also look at, again, it's very long and very tedious, but you can look at what people are willing to trade and what they aren't willing to trade. Info about their civics. Oh yeah, because if you want to be friendly with them, you can match their civics and you can see from here which ones they've got. Most people have got hereditary rule as well. It's either free speech or bureaucracy there. Emancipation for everybody. Environmentalism for everybody but Saladin and William Van Orange. Most people have 3 religion, but there's theocracy there. So I get along with him for that. And technology is, it's no point now what they want. They can research future tech. Those two have reached the end. And military. This is a really good one for me. I've got 54 workers there, they all dotted around. One sushi executive that I literally just made. Mobile artillery. Some in the stacks, some in those border cities. 12 anti-tanks. 21 infantry that I still could not upgrade. If you manage to get through a game and manage to upgrade all your infantry, you're either in a really poor position or you've done really well to get all the money together. 9 SAMs. 19 mobile SAMs. 16 Navy SEALs. 4 paratroopers. 92 mechanized infantry. 19 modern armor, only all in the same place. 14 gunship. Shame I couldn't get a tank with city attack and mechanized. Well, I got the mechanized infantry with city attack and hills defense, but didn't quite get it as far as I wanted because it can't get blitzed. 3 transports, and they were all galleons built very early on and only used for the last few turns. 4 transports, 8 battleships. I didn't really go on the water much, which was kind of the plan with this map, but I didn't need to in the end because I was on the main continent. And 3 carriers just for that quest. 41 jet fighters and 3 stealth bombers. And you can see other people's as well. He's my vassal, so I can see that. 7 machine guns. 29 infantry, 35 marines, 18 tanks, 6 gunships. That's a lot of stuff. But I don't have enough spy points to see everyone else. Mechanized infantry, he's got 23 of those. Not much else. He's got 16 cavalry, all where he had tried to attack me and then couldn't move them until the very end. He's got 15 mechanized infantry, 10 tanks, 9 marines and gunships, and 10 workers. 57 gunpowder units, 27 mechanized infantry, 13 tanks, 8 Marnaras. There's just so much in one stack, what he had. He doesn't have very much at all. Although neither does he. He has 13 mechanized infantry, but the rest very shallow. And he's only just got his empire, so 13 infantry there. And there's no barbarians left. That's just funny. And tech tree, you've got to the end. That's only 270. That's 180 beakers. That and hunting is the cheapest. Future tech, 45,000. Which is the longest. 36,000 is the longest otherwise. You've researched absolutely everything. Hinduism, because it's mine, plus 2 experience points for every unit built in a Hinduist city. Plus 1 culture and 3 happiness. And Thebes was the one that founded it, so it's plus 5 culture for it. That was founded in Thebes, Judaism. It's only 15% of the population. And that was that long ago. Pasargadae, so the Persians got that. Founded that first. 6%. Egypt also founded that. That's only 3%, there's very little of that. 31%. Because everyone on the main island, as you saw in the first few episodes, went for that. Buddhism, Seoul. Wang Kong. Wang Kong was wiped out right at the beginning of the game, and Rome then took that city later. So that's why he managed to get some ground, because once I captured Thebes, I went skyrocketing up. Susa, again Persia, they made the holy building for that really late. Taoism, Illinois. So Maya did that. Well done them. Right, let's see how few. Very few had Taoism in it, if any at all. In fact, Confucianism there are not many. Buddhism, Islam. I can't actually check these on mine. Can't. No terms of revolution. Don't do that. Corporations, because I've just had a look at that. Plus 5 growth, plus 17 culture. That can be a big deal. But New York and Thebes have also. New York founded one, and Thebes is just a big mega city. But Maya also founded that, and that's what the benefits would have been. Lots of extra culture. Byzantine founded something, and it was this. It gives you a lot of hammers. Ooh, these can be useful. That just does growth. That does culture mainly and a bit of growth. That does research entirely. Wow. So it does actually matter what you do there. That's culture. That is just hammers. That's just research, and I did that. That's the one that I spread everywhere. And that wasn't founded. But that would be culture anyway. I didn't realise they did so much. That's one turn away, that's why. But otherwise, culture, I'm slightly behind. That I probably won't win another game and be so low on the culture standings. Because I was so far behind technologically, I was always just missing out or not even getting to start building world wonders. But I built ones I needed, like Great Wall, and I missed out on Oracle. But because I found a tribal version, it gave me sailing. I managed to build a Great Lighthouse, which was really useful. I'm 20% away from the domination victory, too. I would have won on time, they were almost inevitably, really. And I managed to build the Apostolic Palace. I built that, or I just hold it right now. And there's the members, and also how many votes require certain amounts. Settings, noble difficulty, big and small, huge world map. You just look at all these things. I won't show you this one because you will see this anyway. And look at that. All those spy points that I've used over the course of the game. It was mainly Egypt, Darius, Hammurabi, and then Pakar right at the end for the space race. 4 people that I gave it to. The rest I've just accumulated because I've had it on weight 1, so I have spy points for everybody. The lowest value on there is 6,000 from Justinian. That will never happen again. Anyway, without further ado, let's finish what is a very sweet win. Very, very sweet win indeed. I am so pleased with this. If it loads, that is. And I've done it. Has won a space race victory. I was on the wrong end of that the first game, because I didn't know how to play the game, and because in the first game I didn't build factories or things like that. I didn't notice the value of lots of things that I know now. I was also too timid in terms of trying to attack people. I was too worried about being attacked myself. That doesn't happen these days. And this is the game. When you go into the Hall of Fame on the main menu, you can look at all your finished games all over again from this screen. Let's leave it there. Where was Wangkong was exactly where I thought they were. Oh no, that's not them. Wangkong were over there. That's where they were. No wonder Julius Caesar had a lot of territory. He only had to deal with Catherine, and then Wangkong got wiped out by either barbarians or Julius Caesar pretty much straight away. Speeding up a bit, New York. Right up there, that's where I was. I had a lot of space. No, seriously. Was that Wangkong over there? No, it was over there. Really? Julius Caesar... Maybe the barbarians took it and Julius Caesar got hold of it from there? That must have been what happened. That's why Julius Caesar managed to prosper. But I had a lot of land. That's the only thing that went my way at the start. In fact, I was able to expand quite far. And even then, when I tried to go there, Persia beat me to it. Which is really, really annoying. Barbarian city raised by the Romans. They were on the move quite far, but they expanded quite far away, so maybe that's what put them back technologically. Because when we met them, and throughout the entire game, they were up there, but they were so far behind technologically. That's why I'm never concerned with whatever he was up to. Hammurabi declares war on the JDS games. He declared war on me early on and tried to go after Atlanta, but he failed. And because Persia was dominating, he went all the way around there. This is part 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I put those cities there, but then he very quickly took that territory. Yeah, this is part 7 now. Yeah. And this is where almost the entire continent is taken at this point. Only this continent, Saladin, and then whoever's meant to be over there. Was there someone over there? Did someone else get wiped out early? No, it's just Wangkong there. But that one was left alone, surprisingly. Like, I don't understand why no computer player was put over there, like Wangkong for something. And then I went after Egypt just because I had to get a foothold in the game. But they were researching artillery when we destroyed them, and we didn't get it for a long time after that. That's how technologically superior they were. But once I got Thebes and Heliopolis, I dominated the game from there. Have a look at that. And even when things looked bad, I always managed to find a way to stay a step ahead. I went against Persia then. And then after a long break trying to build up forces and trying to get into a good position, trying to build world wonders, and then Hammurabi built a bunch of world wonders that I didn't want, and then Justinian has arrived. Now it's Portugal. Portugal was an old one. And then I went after Hammurabi at some point here. Yep, right here I think. Yep, there I go. Once you get past the initial barrage from an opponent, they don't bother attacking you at all. So you just keep on pressing, you will, no matter how good they appear, you will take them out. Even Surya Varman got joined in as well into this. So he took all Babylon's territory on the main continent, left his islands. Apart from that one, we gave that one back. And then we went after Persia right at the end of the game. And again, he didn't even have anything to go against me. So it was almost too easy whenever I attacked. It's not like I got any major resistance. But maybe I just don't know how war works in this game. Or maybe I was just worse at it before. Maybe I covered all bases so well that there was just nothing they could do. And it could well be that. Because I always made sure that I had a lot of anti-tanks towards the latter stages. There's Mansa Musa right at the end, there's Justinian, there's Zhao, that's Egypt, and that's Wang Kong. What a game. See, that's that screen again. That was Wang Kong going straight away. That was Egypt going after doing really well. Well, he didn't have many cities, that's why I was never high on the graph. Zhao arrived, Justinian, Mansa Musa, all there. Demographics, let's have a look at this. Have the most gold, most food, most goods, most food, most soldiers. Not by much. That's probably Pacquiao or Julius Caesar. But he probably had more defense in cities that didn't need it. Like I only had one guy in Atlanta pretty much the entire game. 874,000, 149 million. I mean, China has like 1 billion people, and India have 1 billion people. How do you do that in this game? It's not possible, surely. I don't even think in the previous growing for YouTube I did that. 84 million is the next best. Life expectancy 63. It always starts really badly. Okay, I did really badly there. I don't know how. Maybe that's the difference between me playing on Noble or and then a higher difficulty, because that number's really low. Top 5 cities. Really? Thebes isn't on that list? Well, the computer's flawed. Thebes is definitely the best city in the game. Amsterdam. I mean, it's got 5 capitals on here. I think that's a capital, Angkor Thom. After that, it's just a big city. Moscow built the Chichen Itza and Statue of Liberty. Good for them. I built those 2 valuable things. But then Washington couldn't build any world wonders after that. They built aluminium co-executive rights at the end of the game. Maya built Statue of Zeus and then founded one of those constructions things. University of Sancor in Amsterdam. It shows you where exactly you built all the wonders, or where they are now. Because I did not build the Oracle. As much as I should have and would have, but I'm glad that I was able to win without it and find a way. Khmer have control of some of these as well. Maya, Rome, Hanging Gardens. I have the Colossus now as well. I don't know which city had that originally, but I built the last 2. I built Space Elevator and Internet. Now this should be quite interesting. 2 lions, 1 bear. Like in the last game I played like last night, or as France, I killed like 90 of a bunch. I killed 100 infantry. I killed like 100 of so many different types. I don't think it will be quite that extreme this time. 6 warriors, lost 1. 4 swordsmen, lost 1. 3 axemen, lost 1. Lost 11 macemen, never killed a single one. I don't attack early on. It's when it's infantry and onwards, that's when I generally attack. 3 spearmen, 1 lost. 1 pikeman killed, lost 7. 11 musketmen killed, and I lost 8. 40 riflemen though, 16 lost. I killed 58 grenadiers because they were technologically ahead, Egypt and Persia, whenever I attacked with them. But I never had them because I never had military science until I'd already had infantry. 7 anti-tanks killed but lost 9 to tanks probably. 88 killed, wow, 29, it's not as many as I thought though. 1 killed, 1 lost. 4 mobile SAMs killed. 34 mobile SAMs, I mean Marines. Navy SEALs are unique, so I lost a bunch there. Killed 1 paratrooper, lost 3 mechanised infantry there. Killed 5 archers and only 18 longbowmen. That's a sign of how the early game went, because I never killed longbowmen, there were never any to attack. 21 knights. 2 cuirassiers, 77 cavalry. That's still not as many as the first game. 100, 0, 77. 67 tanks. That's a lot of tanks. 23 catapults, 4 trebuchets, 30 cannon, 50 machine guns. I didn't lose very many siege weapons in this game. Like, the numbers for the France game, much higher than they are here. And I just didn't lose many siege weapons in this game. That could have been key as well. I lost 20 artillery, 4 galleys, 1 caravel, 2 galleons, 2 frigates, 1 transport, 5 destroyers, 1 battleship, 32 airships and fighters. I only lost 9 fighters and 1 jet fighter. That is it. Because I controlled the skies really well. How many public transportations do I have? How far do I have to go down here? 37 of them. And more libraries, I'm disappointed. 19,900. That's almost half. No, it's just over half the previous game. Very happy. See, that's my France game right there. Won earlier and I had a higher score, and it was domination. That's the map I had. But anyway, thank you very much for watching this series. It may have been a bit longer, but I upload 2 every weekend, so it's all fine. And for the fan of this series, if you are watching and commenting on all of them, I expect you to comment on all of them. Please comment on all of them, because I like people just having an opinion. Like, comment on any single thing you want to comment on about this game, whether it's me making a mistake on my explanations or whatever. But I really hope you enjoyed this particular series, because I am very proud of it. Because the 2 games I played before playing this game were very epic, and I somehow pulled the game out of the bag, which is why I recorded this game. Because I thought, this is a good time to record one. Thank you so much for watching, viewers. We'll see you guys perhaps on the visit. We say that every time, but we never do. It could be an arpeggio map. I don't know if sound's going to work at all. It may never happen in Versus, but we will keep trying. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys on the new series or whatever I'm doing on the main channel at the moment. Because this has been done way. This series has been done before I've uploaded a single one. So, bye.